Hey everybody, historic storm set to impact the United States. This massive storm is about to make history in the United States, as it is one of the strongest storms we have ever seen in March in terms of barometric pressure. It is also about to bring even more problems to the country today, including the risk of severe weather and ongoing blizzard conditions. As we move into tomorrow and Friday, the weather will change significantly. We'll start to see colder temperatures and much less wind across most of the country. In today's forecast, we'll break down everything you need to know about the weather expected to impact the United States over the next few days. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support makes me happy. So, current weather conditions. This morning, a massive storm, one of the biggest March storms on record, is dominating the country. The low pressure system is currently sitting over the Midwest, bringing widespread showers and thunderstorms across the Southeast and even into the East Coast. A significant round of severe weather is expected later this morning into the afternoon, primarily in eastern North Carolina and Virginia. This region could experience damaging winds, large hail, and even a few tornadoes. The severe weather threat extends from Florida to Pennsylvania, but the primary focus today will be on Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Intense dust storm in Texas. Yesterday, an extreme dust storm swept across North Texas. This incredible photo sent in by Debbie from Dallas, Texas, shows a scene that looks almost like Mars. Strong winds carried dust from West Texas all the way across North Texas, even reaching as far east as Houston. If you saw anything like this in Texas or Oklahoma, let me know in the comments. Blizzard conditions continue over the next few hours. Snow will continue across Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Blizzard conditions will persist into the early afternoon in Wisconsin and Michigan's Upper Peninsula. By this evening, snowfall will begin to taper off, but strong winds will continue. The tight isobars on weather maps indicate we will still see intense wind gusts. Even Kentucky and northern Tennessee could see some light snow tonight, along with parts of Ohio and Indiana. However, snowfall in these areas is expected to remain light. By Thursday morning, the snow event will clear out from the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic. Some lingering snow showers may continue overnight into Thursday morning, but by the afternoon, conditions should improve in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Severe weather threat. Today, another round of severe weather is expected along the East Coast today, with the potential for damaging winds, large hail, and even a few tornadoes. The threat extends from Lake Erie to Florida, with a particularly high risk for damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. Make sure to secure any outdoor objects such as trampolines or loose items, as high winds could cause damage. Tornado risk. Today's tornado risk is highest across the Mid-Atlantic, but isolated tornadoes are also possible in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, Delaware, and Florida. Be sure to have multiple ways to receive weather alerts and a tornado action plan in place just in case conditions escalate. I won't be able to go live today, but it's essential to stay alert and prepared. Fortunately, this does not appear to be a major tornado outbreak like what we saw yesterday. Instead, we expect a fast-moving line of thunderstorms that may cause intense weather for about 45 minutes to an hour before clearing out. The tornado threat will ramp up in South Carolina and North Carolina around noon as wind shear increases. Stay safe and stay informed. Growing instability and tornado threat. Instability will begin to increase near the coastal regions, including areas like Myrtle Beach, as we head into the early afternoon. The tornado threat will continue moving eastward, maintaining an environment where tornadoes remain possible, even in eastern North Carolina. Further north, there will be enough wind shear to support an isolated tornado or two this afternoon across Virginia, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Maryland. By the evening hours, the tornado risk will decrease significantly. If any storms remain, there may still be an isolated tornado around 7 to 9 p.m., but the overall risk will drop after sunset as daytime heating diminishes. However, this is still a threat that should not be ignored. I believe the highest tornado risk will be in Myrtle Beach and along the North Carolina coastline from approximately 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Severe weather timing. This morning between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., the line of thunderstorms will remain further west, where we expect isolated damaging winds and possibly a brief tornado. By lunchtime, the threat of severe weather will intensify as instability and wind shear increase. The greatest tornado risk will be in areas with more clearing ahead of the storm line, allowing for stronger storm inflow. By 1 to 2 p.m., damaging winds will intensify, and certain areas of the storm line may develop kinks that could produce tornadoes in Pennsylvania, Maryland, North Carolina, and South Carolina. By 3 to 4 p.m., the storm line will continue to produce damaging winds. Behind this line, we won't just see rain, but also a cold core setup forming near the low pressure system. This will affect areas like Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, and Lake Erie. While the tornado risk here is low, brief tornadoes are possible. However, this setup is more likely to bring hail than tornadoes as we move into the late afternoon and early evening. Some storms may attempt to develop, but they are not expected to be particularly significant. Still, if you have outdoor activities planned for this evening, it's something to keep an eye on. By nighttime, the severe weather threat for the East Coast will come to an end, and this storm system will be finished by Thursday. High winds and temperature shifts. Over the next several hours, this system will continue producing very high winds around 9 to 10 a.m. Wind gusts of 30 to 50 miles per hour will affect much of the Great Plains, Midwest, and Southeast. However, these winds will gradually weaken by tonight, which is good news. For those along the East Coast, high winds will persist throughout today. Tomorrow, winds will continue across the Appalachian Mountains, the Ohio Valley, and the East Coast, though they will not be as intense as in the Great Plains, where gusts reached 60 miles per hour. Even so, wind speeds of 30 to 45 miles per hour will still be possible. By Friday morning, the strongest winds will be concentrated in the Northeast. A historic storm system. This storm system has been relatively historic, setting new records for March barometric pressure. In the Midwest, the pressure dropped to around 975 millibars, which is extremely intense for March in the United States. By Thursday and Friday, the storm system will move out, but we are expecting a small round of snow in the Midwest and Ohio Valley on Friday. Looking ahead, as we head into the weekend, another storm system is expected to develop along the Gulf Coast and the Southeast. While it does not appear to be a major system, it could bring isolated severe weather on Saturday or Sunday. Beyond that, next week's weather is looking relatively calm until mid to late next week, when we may see another storm system. If you have outdoor activities planned, the upcoming days look favorable. The temperature roller coaster will continue. A brief shot of cold air will move into the southeast tonight, bringing cooler conditions. By Friday and Saturday, temperatures will rebound for most areas. The southeast will see above average temperatures, while the southwest through the northeast will experience slightly below average temperatures. By late weekend and early next week, warm air will build across the Great Plains, Midwest, and East Coast, while the West Coast remains cooler. A few atmospheric river events are expected, bringing additional rainfall to California, Oregon, and Washington, heavy snowfall, and strong winds ahead. The storm system is shifting slightly, but you can see all the heavy snow that's coming. According to the GFS model, we are looking at feet of snow across the Rockies and Sierra Nevada, anywhere from 5 to 7 feet of snowfall. The Euro model also shows similar snowfall totals, reinforcing the potential for a significant winter storm. There is an outlook for high winds with a moderate risk for strong gusts in the dark brown shaded area, stretching all the way from Oregon to Texas. A deep trough of storms will bring intense winds across this region. A slight risk of strong winds extends from Wisconsin down through South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Even within this slight risk zone, isolated areas could experience stronger than expected wind gusts. So be prepared. Take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with a new update. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment. See you.